Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menasce. On today's show, we're talking about assisted living, but not just any assisted living. This is a project I'm directly involved with. Our grand opening party is happening tomorrow at Sage Oak of Lake Charles. It's located in Lake Charles, Louisiana. This 80-bed facility aims to redefine how assisted living care is delivered in the marketplace. This is the culmination of about 3 years of work. As always, it's a team effort, none of which would be possible without the extraordinary efforts of all the core team members. That includes our local partners, who with the help of their relationships found the land at a fair price. It includes our capital partners, who brought the equity to the table in order to bring the project to fruition. And finally, most importantly, it includes our operations partner, who's doing all of the heavy lifting to turn this beautiful piece of real estate into a world-class service business. We tend to think about assisted living, senior housing, retirement living as a piece of real estate. But in truth, I consider these businesses to be first and foremost a service business built on a platform of real estate. Assisted living is a very specific product that fills a gap in the spectrum of senior housing. It sits between skilled nursing at the highest service level and independent living. Assisted living and memory care are suitable for people who have enough self-care among the half dozen basic functions for independent living. We're talking about the ability to move freely around the house, the ability to dress yourself independently, feed yourself, the ability to bathe yourself, use the bathroom on your own, get in and out of bed, and have the cognition to take medications accurately. Depending on how many of these basic needs you need help with, you might be a candidate for assisted living. And if you can't do enough of them, then you might be better placed in a skilled nursing facility. The world of assisted living is traditionally focused on the so-called big box facilities. These are the large facilities with hundreds of beds. In some cases, they double up residents to a bedroom. Some are designed as a mini apartment with a small sitting area, a half-size kitchen, and a dedicated bathroom. But when people move into assisted living, it's because they need services. These needs are going to increase over time. The number one thing to assess in assisted living is the level of care. Delivering high quality of care requires staff. There's no two ways about it. The number one cost in running an assisted living facility is labor. It dwarfs the cost of the real estate unless you build a huge expensive building. Most assisted living facilities have a resident to caregiver ratio of 12 to 1 or 15 to 1, and at nighttime, those ratios can be as high as 32 to 1. Now, I have to say these ratios are frightening to me. You're playing a game of statistics, hoping that you don't have half a dozen people needing to use the bathroom at the same time. When you're dealing with the elderly who need help getting in and out of bed, even to go to the bathroom, that can be a lengthy process. You don't want people waiting half an hour for a staff member to show up. Some of these big box facilities have incredible amenities. They have swimming pools and underwater treadmills and fancy chandeliers and pottery classes. But then they cut back on the most important thing, and that's services. And when you look at their budget for food per person, some of these facilities are spending less than $5 a day per resident on food. That's shocking to me. You have to remember why your residents are here to begin with. Our facilities are built on several core values that have the residents at the very center. I see so many facilities organize daily activities around the staff schedule. Instead, our care homes focus on keeping people happy and safe. If they want to sleep in until 10 in the morning, well, then they're free to do so. Why not? There's no safety concern, and if it makes them happy, why not? If there's a safety constraint, then we have to look at how we adjust to stay within those boundaries. Now, in our newly designed campus, our care homes are limited to 16 residents per home. We have 3 caregivers on staff during the day and 1 at night. So we have a caregiver ratio of 5.3 to 1 instead of the more typical 12 to 1. And at night, we have a ratio of 15 to 1 instead of 30 to 1. The values of our facility were built over several years' experience in our operators' facilities in Dallas. These boutique facilities found through experience that better care, better food, and better communications were the key elements to having a better service, and shockingly, a highly differentiated product offering in the market. Now, it goes without saying that you would design a building very differently if you knew from the outset what the goal was. And that's exactly what we set out to do. And this week is a time when the core team takes a few minutes to celebrate, to invite our investors to visit the newly opened facility, to invite local community leaders to see how assisted living is being redefined. It's an opportunity to meet our center director, our nursing leadership team, our executive chef, and experience the culture of the organization firsthand. If you want to learn a little more about how assisted living is being redefined, check out the Sage Oak of Lake Charles. In the meantime, have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.